This is Tia Ballard.
This is Todd Habercorn.
This is David Vincent.
Hey, this is Sam Witwer.
This is Phil Lamar.
And you are listening to the Points of Interest.
Points of Interest.
Points of Interest.
And you're listening to Points of Interest Podcast Network.
Keep listening.
Well, hello, and welcome to the Points of Interest podcast. This is the most generic podcast on the internet. My name is Josh Hawks. I am the 303 Ninja. And right over there, he is my podcasting partner for life. He is the other guy. It's Mr. Francis Fernandez.
Hi, Ginger. Is my first thing because I see Ginger saying, hey, hey, hey. Yes, and also, great update on our screen for the road to 100. I am loving it.
Yes, I fixed it.
I like it. Is fixed.
It took me like a whole day to figure out what I did so long ago, and how do I replicate it? But I figured.
Well, it's nice. I'm glad to see it. It's very nice to see. And then when we hit that milestone, I'm sure it'll be more fun when we go to the road to 1,000.
Yes, the ultimate goal, but we got to, smaller bites. Smaller bites.
Yeah. Anyway, how are you, man? It's been a couple weeks.
It has been a couple weeks, and yeah, it's been a couple weeks.
It has been a couple weeks.
Francis.
Yes.
I'm trying to find some fucking humor in this.
You don't have to.
No,
that's
but
the humor.
We all have our principles at the end of the day, and ethics of our own that we live by, or at least ideally how you want things to be in your job. And this place that I've been working at the last 3 months, I just, the more I thought about it, this isn't very safe. I'm by myself. And I also have handcuffs on me in the sense of being told to just take abuse. And,
good metaphor.
What's that?
Good metaphor. I like it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but the camel that broke the straw that broke the camel's back. I had an interaction with somebody who, the long and the short of it is that he spit on me twice. And despite that, I was still not, quote unquote, allowed to retort or anything. So, based on these things and then, they you got to protect some kayfabe here, I guess. They had me move to a different location, and I knew something was up because I'd never been to that location. And the conversation started, and I didn't like where it was going, so I just said, you know what? I think we're done here. You don't need to continue bad-mouthing me or not liking the way that I do things. But,
Yes.
What should have been said was, you then should have trained me, but you're too busy not doing that. So I just walked away, which was, they were going to fire me anyway. The way the conversation was going, and there was some sort of, HR type representative there. I'm like, I see where this conversation's going, and I'm going to walk away.
Hey, you know what? I don't blame you. No, I don't blame you.
Yeah.
So.
I'm back in the rebuilding phase, getting the feelers out there. So, woo, great way to start the year.
Well, technically, you started your well.
Yeah, I did. I guess well enough anyway.
Well enough. Yeah.
Well enough.
Now that the quarter of the year is gone, they're like,
That's
now
true.
we're
Yeah, I
gonna
guess it
focus
is a
on
quarter of the year. It's, the timing on things. I had an appointment to get work on my car that was, needed to be done. And it's just like, a little bit more than I thought it was going to be. It was fine. Everything's cool. But, sucks when you're waiting for money to come in and there's money still going out,
Yeah.
That part sucks. If it was, if there was money sitting there, it's like, oh, whatever,
Right.
It sucks still, but we make do. But enough about my bullshit. That was basically, whether I made it my choice instead of it being a choice being made for me.
Which is the most important thing is you took the situation by the horns, and you did something about it.
Right or wrong, was I right or wrong is irrelevant. If I'm wrong, I can take it on the chin, But
yeah,
there's a difference between that and talking down to somebody, and
yeah,
you don't do that, especially when you're that absentee of leadership. I
right.
saw the guy when he interviewed me, saw the guy when he hired me. That was in December and January. It's fucking April.
Yeah, when you're only getting secondhand information and you're not really getting, like, seeing what's actually happening, and you're just basing it off of what other people are saying, it gets really difficult to take it seriously when they go up to you and say, well, by the way, this is what I hear. I have no clue. I don't have any, like, they might hate you, or they might, like, have a grudge against you or whatever, but I'm just going to do a thing and pretend that me not seeing anything is like the rule of law over here. Me, the thing that I did not witness.
And I basically tried to adapt that, but
Yeah.
then, like, that goes against principles, my own principles. Like, I'm here to do a job.
Yeah.
Even though I'm handcuffed, I'm still going to attempt to do what I know is right.
Yes, which is good. I mean,
So if everybody that doesn't know, I stop shoplifters. That's what I do. And I think the days of very aggressive shoplifting stops, I think, are gone, and I'm okay with that. But you can't do that by yourself. It's not safe.
No.
When you can't search somebody for weapons,
Yeah.
and then you're gonna be put in a room with them, and in more cases than not, have your back to them as well. No, thank you. So, yeah. So what?
New chapter.
New chapter. We'll see if we stay in the same lane, or if we venture off into, what do they call that?
Oh, it's called full-time podcasting.
Yeah, adjacent avenues of the same road or direction, I guess.
That'd be really funny. I'm just throwing it out there. It'd be really funny while you're waiting for your next chapter that you just decide, you know what? There's some time, during the day, every day, I'm just going to go and stream. Just stream a thing. Stream TCG shop a thing, or whatever game I'm playing right now. I'm just going to stream it. And then for some reason, we're at the road to 10,000 all of a sudden because you decided to go ahead and spend your time streaming. I'm just saying it happens.
It does.
I'm just saying.
It does happen. And I here's the thing. I have to, it's too easy to just get up and play some video games.
But you can make money doing it.
You could, but there's a big fucking question mark at the end of that sentence, So I have to do my due diligence. I have to put in my work, to try and find a job before I can go, okay.
Well, I'm saying that's what you do between, this is what you're doing. You already have the game. You already have the internet. You already have all this stuff. It doesn't cost you anything essentially, to
Right.
just log in, play in front of people, talk about wrestling, talk about, cars, talk about all this stuff. And people are like, I like this guy. Talks about cars and wrestling.
Hey,
That is my point of interest, as a matter of fact. And then, it can build to something. Again, if we can get consistently, we can get subscribers onto this thing. If we stream consistently for every week.
That's true. That is true.
That's a couple bucks in your pocket at the very least.
Yeah, I mean that is the thing. The income from streaming is anywhere between $10 to $10,000.
Yeah, they were recently showing off. We're not going to. You would never be these kind of streamers, but they were showing off recently. Streamers who went to Coachella, influencers that went to Coachella, right?
Why is everybody there? Why are all the females there in cowboy boots? It's not a country western fucking convention or music festival.
It's in the middle of the desert. I don't know. I don't get it either. I don't understand it. But they were showing the people who are the regular attendees and the influencers. And the influencers get like a store where there's a bunch of luxury items they can get for free. They have their own food stuff that they can get for free. And then they show the regular people who spend, X thousands of dollars to get in and have to spend $40 for 2 slices of pizza and a Coke. So it's so funny that the people who have the money to spend are just giving all the free stuff.
I mean, that is the irony, isn't it?
It is. That's true. That's how the world runs, I guess.
If you have money,
the world runs on Dunkin', but it also runs on that.
If you have money in the right circles, you don't have to spend any.
That's such a weird.
You get invited to things.
Yeah.
There might be a charity thing where it's like $50 a plate or some shit like that. It's no money out of your pocket. All that shit. Don't give me money, man, because what's that movie? Brewster's Millions.
Oh.
You probably haven't seen it because you don't like movies.
I haven't, but I know of it. I know its concept.
No, you do like movies, but I think they calculated in the movie because I think he had to spend $1 million in a month or something like that. I don't remember what the timeline is. It was a short amount of time and a lot of money that he basically had to spend $1 million plus a day. And I'm like, I could do that. I might get bored and just start giving money away, but I could do that.
I thought that was the gimmick was he couldn't just give it away.
He couldn't give it away. He had to spend it, but I could spend some money.
Sure. I can spend some money too, but but I'm just saying. I just found that funny. Anyway, well, I hope that your weeks moving forward are going to be much better.
Well, it's a lot of everything, Francis, as they say, is attitude.
It is. You're not wrong.
So I trying to say I'm a fairly positive person, but I'm trying to stay positive and staying away from the voice in my head that likes to say that you're a failure. Not you, that I'm a failure. If I was going to tell you you're a failure, you'd hear this voice, but yeah, that luckily hasn't come up, but I know that it exists.
Yeah, no, it's tough. Sometimes we get that little voice in our heads that discourages us from doing things. That unfortunately, that is what separates us from a lot of successful people, is if we are willing to take the risk, because because people who are willing to take the risk are also willing to take the negative that comes with it, right? Like they're willing to take the downfall. I'm not willing to do that because I don't know what that means.
Right.
It means I might live in the streets. It might mean I, don't get fed for a month, which I could probably do with since, I need to lose weight. But
it's a great way to lose weight, Francis, is to not have a job.
Right.
Actually, because you look at the money you have and go, okay, let's make this stretch.
Exactly. So, yeah, it's tough to fight those words. But if you can, those voices in your head. But if you can, potentially good things can happen.
And, I mean, yeah.
Was
It's all about
100%
taking risks
constructive?
and sticking your neck out there and doing things. And sometimes I hit that, I could stick my neck out a bit, like I'm moderating again at Fan Expo Denver again this year. And I don't want to send him a message saying lighter schedule this year because I like the challenge, but I also want to enjoy the show and do some press work, like the stuff I'm actually.
It's a 4-day show or 3-day show.
It's a 4-day show.
Just ask for 1 day.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, just be like, hey, I want a day. You can fill me up those other 3 days. Give me the 1 day, where I can do what I do.
Yeah, a couple days, I think.
A couple days.
Yeah. Because inevitably, there's going to be a day where the girlfriend wants to go, and as much as I don't mind her watching me perform, I know she wants to see the show.
Yeah.
And then usually my moms will come, and it's up in the air what she would rather see, me performing or walking around, checking the thing out. That's arguable, you know what I'm saying? But I don't want to just sit in a room the whole weekend.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So well, speaking of, things being expensive and whatnot, did you see that the new head of Xbox, the new Larry Herb?
Wow. Okay. Yes. Yeah.
I think there's been somebody in between Larry Herb and this lady, but
Yeah.
good old Major Nelson. She recently just said this past week, said that Xbox Live, the GamePass, is too expensive, and there needs to be either more to offer or some sort of bigger tiered plan.
So funny that they just recently upped the price for Game Pass, at least 6 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
But it's fun. People were afraid of Asha Sharma, who's the new CEO of Microsoft Gaming. People were afraid that because she came from AI or something like that she was just gonna completely destroy the gaming stuff. But it looks like she's on the right track for a lot of reinventing Xbox and kind of getting it back on track as a real competitor to PlayStation.
I'm not saying that I want it to harken back to creating avatar little characters and having
those are great.
They are great, but having big community things like they used to do, like what was that show? I don't remember. It wasn't the Howie Mandel one with the suitcases. There was another trivia show where there was 100 boxes, people different. Damn it, I don't remember what it was called, but it was a live community event. You can go on Xbox Live and play with hundreds of other people in this trivia type of game. I don't remember what it was called. It was a TV show that they played live, during the airing of the show. Or you got to do it during, what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
I'm not saying I want that, or the weird Burger King demo games, even though that was fresh, or the Doritos Chester Cheetah obstacle course. I'm not saying I want all that, but it'd be nice to, they used to give out free games every month. They don't do that anymore. They haven't done it in years. I know PlayStation on I think their highest tier service has a free game, at least a free game every month.
Actually, it's their lowest tier, and it's you get up to 3 free games every month.
Jesus Christ!
So I have a lot of games that I'm not playing that I just have downloaded because it was free for that month.
I mean, why not?
Yeah,
that's a great way to stack your library, especially if they release a digital version of something you own physically.
Yes. And they've done that for a couple of the games that I own. So it was very, very nice to have that as a digital thing. The only problem is they did up the price this year. It used to be $60. Now it's $80. So they did up it by $20. But you still get 3 free games, and all of them are PlayStation 5 games. It used to be a combination PS4, PS5 games, but they're finally, after 6 years, kind of phasing out the PS4. Mm-hmm. And so every game is a PS5.
And they may be giving out free games on Xbox Live as well, but they're all for the X and S. The one is now considered, obsolete, I guess. Just the plain one, the original one.
Right.
Which is what I have, and so glad I didn't buy an X like I was really considering doing.
Yeah.
Because, money.
Yes.
I just bought a new monitor, which, wasn't that much. So, it was nice to get right before,
things went down. Yeah.
Yeah. Before all the shit hit the fan. But yeah, it I don't know what else you can, like I said, give me some free games. Maybe offer a few other apps through the thing, but that'd be weird to have a regional things like Altitude Sports. Like, that's so regional to just Colorado.
I see.
Because
you just want to be able to watch your hockey. That's all you want, man. It's
yeah. I mean, because I'm using my Xbox less for gaming and more for a media, multimedia output thing.
Well, I mean, if you think back to the Xbox One, that's what they wanted in the first place. They wanted a media hub. So.
Yeah, and you got that. Perfect, because I had what was that dongle? Like a Google something. It wasn't Google TV. Shit, I don't remember what it was called. But it was a way. There's some apps that something you ran through it. Or I was able to run. I don't remember. Doesn't matter.
It's fine. Yeah.
I used some sort of dongle for a little while to access apps like YouTube and shit like that. I don't remember what the hell it was called. But yeah, I mean, I watch YouTube. I watch, whatever, Prime, all that stuff is all through my Xbox. The computer's for this and editing this and playing the 3 computer games that I like to play.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We're losing the point on the Xbox thing, but I don't know what else there is to add, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Well, with the future of Xbox being that the Xbox new system will be essentially just a PC that plays Xbox games, that their services are going to get cheaper, which I think is a great idea. I think that that there is a chance that and getting exclusives again would be good. Like, stop giving Halo to PlayStation, stop giving Forza to PlayStation, keep them. If they can do that, I think that Xbox has a good chance in the next generation, especially since the next generation is only 2 or 3 years away. At least according to PlayStation, the 6, which is coming out in 3 freaking iterations. Rumors have it that Xbox will have to compete with that. Because it's going to be portable. It's going to be, I think, disc and discless as their 3 types of systems. If Xbox can do it, great. I feel like, not to fuel the console war, but it was good competition. They're anticipating freaking GTA 6 to be $80 out the door. So stop that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Console wars, wrestling wars, they all meant something back in the day. Right, hockey rivalries, they meant something. I don't know.
Well, sports thing always going to be there. That's never going to go away.
But they're console wars. I don't know. I don't think the line was drawn in the sand. I think years ago, and you either have people that are just going to be loyal to Microsoft and loyal to Sony.
Yeah, I mean, look, Sony's riding high because they technically won, right? Because again, Xbox is competing. So yeah, we need to, we just need to hopefully change that. I mean, luckily for some reason, as far as I can tell, retro is coming back in. Like people are buying old Xbox 360s and old Nintendo Wii's and stuff.
Well, I have my 360 up in the closet here, and I saw a video of a boxing game that I'd love to play back in the day, and I was like, wait a second. I think that's backwards compatible on the 360. I have a 360. I might have to play that. So we'll see. We'll see if it works. It is on the backwards compatibility. It's a Fight Night 2004.
I was going to say it has to be Fight Night.
Yeah.
Because Fight Night is the best.
It was. I particularly enjoyed 2004. So I think that's, it might get fired up and played. We'll see.
Why did they not make more boxing games where you use the sticks to punch? Why did they stop doing that?
I think the fad just, came and went.
Like Guitar Hero and all that stuff, yeah.
Guitar Hero, there's a new version. It's not Guitar Hero, but it's Guitar Hero. Some new project that's coming out, and then they had a version of Guitar Hero that you used with a real guitar.
It's called Stage Tour, coming out in fall. Excited. And it's made from the people who did Guitar Hero.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I'm excited.
Well, that'll be a decent game, even if, their the sequel or side project is coming out 10 years too late. But
as long as they have plastic guitars and drums and keyboards and all that stuff, I'm in.
Hey, look, bring back DJ Hero.
No.
DJ Hero was fun. Guitar Hero's fun. Rock Band was fun, but I really got a kick out of DJ Hero.
So this, never mind. Oh, well, there's a game called Fuser. When did that come out? Oh, never mind. That came out, it came out fairly recently, 2020. Fuser. It's for Windows and Xbox One.
Okay.
And it is a DJ game.
Interesting.
Where you mix a number of licensed musical tracks scoring the player based on their remix.
Using a controller.
I don't think so. I think it's using. I think you use a. I think you use a deck for it. I'm not sure. I'll have to do research. Yeah, but if there is, there you go.
That'd be cool. I want to get a VR thing because they have basically like a VR DJ thing, a tutorial game, and a graffiti thing. So that'd be fun too. Because then I could stand over here.
Good luck.
Well, it's too expensive.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's pretty. I'm looking at VR is at minimum $300 if you want a decent headset. So,
me, I'm gonna step up from decent. So you're looking at $500 fucking thing.
Yeah, 500 is the one the Meta 3, which is the one you want. Unless you have a PlayStation, then you can get the VR 2, which is under $400 for the thing. But anyway, there you go.
Video game stuff. I really think you and I should go to an Exotica. Not like together as like a couple, but like we should go.
I went with a guy to thing like that.
I'm just saying, we should go. I think it'd be fun.
Where is it?
It was this past week. It was in Chicago. So I could skip that whole place. But like, if it was in Vegas or something like that.
Vegas always has it. I'm surprised that it wasn't in Vegas. Vegas always has something like that.
I think it's now become a traveling show.
Oh, cool. Right, well, whatever.
Yeah, traveling.
I don't want to go to Chicago.
I mean,
for that,
I don't
sure.
know how much porn gets made in Chicago, but you know.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. It travels all year round.
Yeah.
I see here. Okay, so
Every few weeks.
Yeah.
I see pictures that pop up. I mean, it just looks like looks fun. It's just like, how is all this debauchery happening in one place? This is awesome.
I'd like to check it out just because I went in 1999. I'd love to see what it looks like
party?
20 plus years later. Huh?
Did you party?
I didn't.
Like it was
I collected a
1999?
bag full of freebies
Oh,
and didn't know who any of the porn stars were that were there. Aside of like a handful of like I think was it Victoria Silverset, I think was her name. Like there were some that were like known outside of the porn industry.
Wasn't she like in a Awesome Powers movie?
Maybe, I don't remember. But I'm curious because back then there was no internet. In '99, internet wasn't there yet, like a thing. There were the sex dolls were still blow up for the most part. Like I'm curious how technology has changed and evolved, where now you don't need high production anymore for their videos. It's now you need distribution, I guess, or something. I don't know.
Right.
I'm curious.
Yeah, I just think it'd be fun. Because I don't think this metaphor is gonna work, but it makes sense in my head, kind of. But you know how like I can't shut the fuck up in an elevator?
Right.
It's the same kind of energy. Like you put me in that place, I'm gonna talk to everybody.
Oh, there you go.
I'm just gonna.
You could.
Just
That's the
random.
thing.
I'm
It's
just gonna
very easy.
random ass people and be like, so I see we're into the same thing.
Right. It's much more focused. That's true.
I just think it'd be fun, a fun time, and
It's silly, you know. It's
Well,
very
yeah.
silly.
but I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I just think it'd be fun. I think you and I could have a lot of fun going there and just making light of the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, I did in 99. I would do it again in 2026, 27, whenever it is.
Let's see if I can get my life together, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, step by step. Yeah.
What did we say at the beginning? The smaller bites.
Smaller bites.
A long time ago, we talked about Banana Ball, this new minor league comedy, stunt-filled comedy, or character-filled minor league. Not even minor league. It's like exhibition baseball. Have you heard of this?
It's the Globetrotters of.
Yes, that's a great way to put it. The girlfriend and I, we said, let's go check it out. Neither one of us care about baseball, but let's go. It looks like a fun time. But you couldn't just buy tickets. You had to do a lottery. So we both signed up, and she's smarter than me and used all of her email addresses where I just used one because I'm not that smart.
Funny.
I didn't get the chance on the lottery. She did. She got us tickets. So we're going to go check out Globetrotter baseball later this summer.
That's cool.
Which I'm excited to see that. You know, I think I saw the Globetrotters as a kid, maybe.
I know I did. Yeah, I did.
Like a school thing, I want to say, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. It's always at a school.
I don't think it was at. Maybe it was. I don't remember, man. Elementary school was a long time ago. 85 and shit. But we're actually going to a baseball game this weekend that I bought tickets for forever ago. Only because it's the Hello Kitty thing.
Yeah, that's right. You told me about that. Yeah.
So, I've been pressuring her to make sure she switches her schedule so we can get there before we don't have the availability to get any of this Hello Kitty gear.
Look, especially it's not going to be the same because Yoshi Day at Dodger Stadium was on the day before the Mario Galaxy movie came out. But they showed a picture of the line of it literally like going for a mile, not a mile. I guess that's a bit exaggerated, but it went on for a while.
I mean,
people were there early.
That's fine. I mean, because neither one of us really care about baseball.
Yeah, you're only there for the
We're
the
going there
merch.
for the treats, and they have a 2-foot hot dog that we might lady in the trampet.
Did I tag you on that one?
I think you did. Yeah, you did.
Glizilla?
You did. Yeah, Glizilla.
Yeah.
That's what we were sitting there. She found it too, and we were talking about it the other day. And she's like, I can't remember what it was called. I was like, something about Godzilla, but I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, the Glizilla. Yeah,
But
which
yeah,
is a terrible name. But
Yeah, it is. It is. Glizzy is just a horrible reference for not a reference, but a name for a hot dog. But yeah, it's $45 is a little pricey, but
you're joking.
no, $45 for a 2-foot hot dog, but it might be worth it to Lady in the Trampet.
For $6 at Costco, I can get like 4 of their regular hot dogs. I'm sure that'll equal
Right.
to 2 feet.
I have like one pair of cargo pants left, so I'm just gonna buy the cargo pants, just put peanuts in them, like not even in bags. I'm just gonna put peanuts in the pockets.
As long as that's a shell in it, who cares?
Yeah. Yeah. So, we're doing that. That'll be fun, I guess.
You're doing a lot of fun stuff. You're doing you're doing the Weird Al stuff later on. You're doing a lot of like the kind of goofier things, which is a lot of fun to see.
I mean, spring and summertime we've both been cooped up all winter. Neither one of us like to do anything necessarily in the winter months that doesn't include watching movies and cuddling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So going to events or First Friday art walks and stuff like that, that's kind of low on the priority list when it's 10 degrees outside. Not that it was that cold. Not that it was that cold this winter. It was pretty mild. But spring and summertime is where you do shit.
True.
The baseball. I'm going down my list here. Oh, this is just goofy and stupid. I should have started with this or ended with this, but we're doing it now. I was at dinner the other night, and I overheard a lady at another table, and this lady was telling a table full of adults that she was born Jewish, then converted to Native American, and then to a Buddhist.
Can you convert to Native American?
That's what I was thinking. How do you convert from a religion to a people? Because
I didn't realize that. Yeah, wow.
and I the girlfriend heard it as well, so we're kind of giggling about it, and she was, being the devil's advocate, saying maybe she meant practicing the Native American religions. I was like, yeah, but that's not what she said. And that whole table of adults didn't challenge her. I'm kind of thinking maybe I should. Is it rude to just walk over to another table and be like, how did you become a people?
Well, I mean, I don't think it would have been bad if you got clarification on like what does that mean.
I mean, it wasn't my.
But you don't
it
go
wasn't
and
my.
tell-
It was a different table. It was a different party.
Yeah, that's a bit rough. That's a bit rough.
I was very confused. I'm like,
Yeah, but I mean, we live in a time where, I mean, this is probably going to get whatever, but like we kind of live in an era where you just have to say you're something and then you're something, essentially. So like, I mean, if she felt like she was, I mean, I guess if she felt that that's what she was, or whatever. I mean, send the emails, but I'm just like, we're kind of at that point in society where we're just like, I'm a thing. Right?
I mean, me as a person, I don't care. You can say whatever you want to say, but if we all agreed on the language of English, and
we didn't.
okay, all of us English speakers agreed upon using English, and I'm not saying I use it right all the time or even most of the time, but I have never confused a religion with a people.
Yes.
I'm just saying. Just saying.
Well, this is me slowly backing away from that one.
Okay, well.
Well, okay, I won't back away from that one only because I think that there are.
You can marry into a religion. Right?
No,
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, they feel like they can be a part. Yeah, it's a thing.
It's a thing. I knew a dude. Knew a dude who talked about how he was a Catholic Buddhist.
That's fine.
And I got it, but he would mix the two together and try and like sermonize you, and like you're talking about two different things, man. Like one's a way of life and the other's a religion.
Yeah, but I mean, at least that makes way more sense than being like, well, now I'm Irish. I can't say that.
I mean, you can't. You're too dark, but I can.
Yeah,
anybody that's white can say they're Irish. I mean,
sure.
Every fucking St. Patrick's Day, I know more Irish motherfuckers than I do any other time of the year.
But that's the thing, right? Like, ideas, you can be whatever ideas you want, but I can't be Irish. I can never be Irish. I mean, unless for some reason my great grandfather, happened to stumble upon Ireland, and
that's where the voice. That's where the voice came from.
What voice?
Your voice.
Oh, is that my voice came from?
From
yes,
some fucking white guy in your family, timeline.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, a lot of people who look like me have accents. So. Or even when they don't, even if they're born here, they for some reason they still adopt a little bit of an accent, and you can tell.
Yeah, very recently I was speaking with somebody, and I was like, you could speak Tagalog, can't you? She's like, how can you tell? I was like, your accent. She's like, do you know any? I was like, nope. But lumpias are fucking awesome.
There you go. Just say that. Lumpia is like the staple food of the Philippines, It
was like crispy pork belly and lumpia.
Yeah. And then if you just add ube, which is the purple potato, purple sweet potato, and then they think you're in. If you mention ube to anyone who's Filipino, they think you're in.
Oh, okay.
They'll think you're one of them, and then you can now proudly say you're Filipino as well.
Oh, okay. I should probably have one before I talk about it.
Starbucks has one. Starbucks has an ube drink. If you ever go to Starbucks, just ask for an ube. I think it's an ube matcha or an ube something, but ask for it. At least the Starbucks here does. I don't know about the Starbucks over there, but the Starbucks here has it. And
well, we're not as progressive as, I don't know. That's pretty arguable, actually.
It's called the iced ube coconut macchiato. So
there's a lot going on there.
Yeah.
But no, I think I'd rather just maybe have the actual ube.
All right, hold on. Okay, keep talking. I'm gonna look to see if you have any Jollibees in Denver.
I don't think we do.
You do? No, wait, no, you don't. Hold on.
Isn't that the place that sells spaghetti or some shit?
Hold on. Sorry. The fact that Denver doesn't have one, but like most of, like London has it. London has a Jollibee.
I think that's why I know about it, because I watched some, YouTube kids with. Yeah, it was the Jolly. It was the Jolly. They were like, "Hey, we got Jollibee," and
yeah. There are no active Jollibee locations in Colorado. That's insane. It's considered the number one chicken in the United States.
Not here, son.
Apparently not.
Not here. You got three. You got four. You got 4 chains here selling chicken. You got Popeyes, Church's, KFC technically, and Chick-fil-A. And I'd say Popeyes and Church's are the two that are fighting it out the hardest.
I guess. I mean, if I were to pick between the two, it's Popeyes.
Yes, But, you know, it depends on how much abuse I want. If I don't want any abuse at the drive-thru window, I'll go to Church's. But if I'm feeling like being degraded, I'll go to Popeyes.
If I want something outside of like pieces of chicken, Native Americans would like a word. So I missed that. Sorry, Ginger. I missed that. Sorry, Ginger. That's really fun. They would like a word. I think they would. I think they would with that. Yeah. I mean, I would. If it's not loose chicken, like a leg and the thigh and stuff, I'll pick Chick-fil-A. But if it's loose chicken, like leg, thighs and stuff, I'll go for Popeyes over anything else. There's a Jollibee. I go Jollibee.
Okay, well, something to look forward to when I venture outside
Jollibee
of Colorado.
the next time you're here. I'm taking you to Jollibee.
Okay.
Going to Jollibee when you're here next.
Okay.
That's for the spicy chicken.
And spaghetti. Ugh.
You don't have to try the sweet spaghetti because I know a lot of people. It's a very acquired taste. The sweet spaghetti.
Oh, it's like Kansas City chili then.
See, Ginger thinks Popeyes is the best. Thank you, Ginger.
I'm not arguing that Popeyes isn't good. I'm just saying that, you know, when you go to the window, the drive-through window, and they go, "Welcome to Popeyes," the fuck do you want? You know, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I don't want that. Sometimes I want just, "Hi, welcome to Church's."
Yeah, our Popeyes has AI as on the menu or on the drive-throughs is AI.
Oh, I wish they had that here. Because not only do you get the fuck do you want, you get to the window and they go, "Here's your fucking food." You know, and they send you on your way. They spank your car as you leave.
That's why it's so good.
That's true.
And anyway.
Anyway, hey.
We're
going to step completely out of our lane now for a second just to be funny, or at least try. There's been a lot of talk about a blockade happening.
Oh, jeez.
Wait. No, before we hit record, I only told you half that. I didn't tell you the other one.
Yeah,
I saved it for now.
Go on.
I don't know shit about what's going on over there. But George Lucas warned us all in 1999 how to deal with a blockade. Only we don't. Problem is, we live in reality and on Earth. We don't have Jedis. But you know, I don't think Liam Neeson and
Ewan McGregor,
are doing anything right now. So can maybe give them a call. They have experience.
I like that you're talking about this and you don't know the name of the place either.
Nope. It's like the Strait of Horowitz or something like that, or.
I like Horowitz. Horowitz is better, I guess.
Hummus or some shit. I don't know. It's an H word.
It's an H word. Oh, that's so funny. I like that you're just making a Star Wars joke. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. So like I said, let's step back. Let's, turn signal. We're going back over to the lane of wherever the fuck our lane is.
That's really funny though.
Thanks. I worked on it all afternoon. Were you ever a fan of Sublime, the band? Not of
before
not
before
the feeling.
Rome.
Yes, way before Rome.
Yeah.
Yes, you were a fan.
Yeah, I mean you have to love them to be Californian.
That's true. I can't imagine K-Rock plays anything else besides Sublime most of the day.
Yeah. It's Sublime and Red Hot Chili Peppers. It's the two bands.
How am I not fucking surprised about that? And especially in Long Beach, Sublime, I know over the past 30 years has held a pretty strong foothold. I mean, Long Beach Dub happened, and eventually Sublime with Rome, came up. But by the time that dissolved, Bud and Eric, the remaining members of Sublime, weren't even in the band anymore. They had like a cavalcade of different drummers that came. Maybe Eric was still there, but Bud had left. And it was Long Beach Dub was awesome. I enjoyed that project because it was everybody that had ever helped make a Sublime album was Long Beach Dub All Stars. So it was the same sound for the most part, the same harmonies. You were missing Bradley. Since so he had a kid that tragically he didn't get to raise because he, died before he was 2 or 3, I want to say. His kid's name is Jacob. Since Jacob turned 12, people have been asking him to join or reform Sublime. And recently, in the last 8 months or so, or last year, they played Coachella last year. They dissolved Rome. They didn't dissolve him. I think he's still alive, but he's not part of Sublime anymore.
Yeah.
And Jacob took over. They released a brand new song 8 or 9 months ago, and it's skipping my Escondida. Ensenada is what it's called.
Okay.
And it's a good song. Pretty damn, and it's like, holy crap, Jacob sounds like Bradley, his dad.
Makes sense.
Just recently, in the last 15 to 20 days, they released a new song, Till the Sun Explodes, I think is what it's called. As soon as it started, before I even heard the dude's voice, I had chills, because I was like, holy crap, this song, was this not recorded in 96? And then he starts singing, and a hot, salty tear ran down my face. So I was like, holy shit, this kid, he has completely absorbed what his dad did. The inflections, the way Bradley sang things. Since you are a fan, I implore you to check out the new song and tell.
They both work.
And tell. Okay, yeah, that is true. Word score on the second one, I think, though. Tell me, how the fuck did I feel nostalgic about a brand new song? How is that possible?
Okay, look, here's why, and I'm sure if it sounds anything like original Sublime, it's because no one ever had it. No one's ever replicated their sound. No one has ever replicated it like they did.
Right, Long Beach, I would say, is the closest.
Yeah, but like when you hear that beat, when you hear that little bit of reggae in there and all that stuff, you know it's them. Like you know exactly what you're in for, and every drug reference under the sun, of course,
sure,
you'll hear it. But that's what makes them so unique, because people have tried, but nothing really has that vibe that Sublime has, which is why they're so unique. Like when you there's a reason why they're like 5 or 6 hits still hit today. Like people still listen to that today. It hasn't gotten old, and I think that's why. It's because they have a very unique sound. So if it's that again, yeah, I feel I'd get emotional too over that, because again they had music that was memorable. They had music that was very much of the era still. I mean, again, you don't really get a lot of that, like that kind of sound. Yeah, I mean, in modern rock.
I mean, so maybe the crowd that really got into Sublime really wasn't the best. See a lot of gym bros and college bros, but
I mean, yeah. I mean, well, sort of, yeah, because it's California.
Yeah,
a lot of, yeah. So you get the Venice people who have Muscle Beach. You get those guys listening to Sublime. You have, yeah.
That's true. That's true. But yeah, the new album, I guess, drops in. I can't believe I just said drops. It comes out in June.
Yes, it comes out in June.
If they release 1 or 2 more singles, even one more single out, this might be an album purchase just off the bat.
It's finally something to get. I mean, I don't know where you buy physical albums anymore outside of, I guess, online. But like, well, I mean, you can't go to a store and buy one.
You can go to Walmart's. But they're probably going to be censored.
CDs?
Well, no, they sell records.
Oh, okay.
They might. I don't think they sell CDs, but they sell records.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I get a physical.
whether it's, I mean, if it's a physical purchase, if I can find a record of it, I'd probably get a record. I got a record player.
I'll have to go to Amoeba over here and get one.
Or just, it's Apple Music, whatever. Just purchase the album.
Oh yeah.
And throw it into rotation, because I just, if this, if the two songs or anything what the rest of the album sounds like, it's, like I said, how the fuck do you sound? How do you be nostalgia about something that's brand new?
Well, the crazy thing, according to this article from Rolling Stone, it looks like this is it. They're making this album. That's done. No more albums after this. Because this, according to Jacob, it's the epilogue.
That's fine.
Sublime. Yeah.
I know he wants to do other stuff, but everything that I've seen and heard so far, he's saying like, this is the time. This is the time to do it.
I think that, especially California, I think they need that. I think it needs it. It needs that vibe check again, because I feel like as a Californian, I feel like we've lost our identity in a lot of mixed up stuff. So it'd be nice to have like that kind of beachy, summery, just that like loose vibe of just you hang here, you're just a part of a community, you're just a part of a place, and I don't know. I don't know, but it'd be great.
Yeah, hell, I mean, listening to their music makes me want to move to Long Beach.
Yeah, Long Beach is much better now than it was back then.
Sure, but I'm just saying, like, man, that sounds like a fun place to live.
Yeah, Long Beach is great, and Long Beach is the home of Snoop Dogg. So whatever, man.
That too. Yeah, that's true too. Who it's not the home of though, Francis. This works out well. Because this guy was born in Cleveland. I recently, while I was walking around bored out of my fucking mind, not able to grab people at work, I was like, well, I've now listened to everything that's on YouTube. So every interview I've ever wanted to hear, I've listened to on YouTube now. So what else is there? And I said, wait a second. Audible. I have like free credits. I should be using these. What is that? What might interest me? And then recently I got a list of things, like you should go down these rabbit holes if you get bored. And I felt nostalgic for the Arsenio Hall show.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Drew Carey mentioning Cleveland. How dare you? Joking. Go on.
Sorry. But, so I was on the archive.org actually looking for something else and ran across interviews from the Arsenio Hall show. And I was like, oh, you know what? That'll be fun to go down. Let me write that down. And so looking for books, I see that Arsenio had it was, what's that word? When things just kind of happen, a plan comes together. It's a word score.
Serendipity.
That's the one, serendipitous.
That's the only word I can think of.
That I happened upon an interview or two from Arsenio Hall. Let's go down this rabbit hole. He's got a brand new book. It just came out like a week ago or 2 weeks ago, something like that. So I said, let's get the audio book of it. And it made it even better that it's Arsenio telling you the story. So I don't even know if it was word for word or if he was just telling you what was going on. And if I'm going to listen to a book, especially an autobiography type of thing, I want the person to read it to me.
I feel like that's usually the case especially for autobiographies. That's usually the case of the person who it's about is the one who does.
I'm only dipping my toes in the audio books right now. I've purchased a couple in the past. The Star Wars Revenge of the Sith. I got that book.
And,
And it was cool when I first got it because it's one guy doing it. And it's sound effects, and he's trying to do like 17 different voices.
Yeah.
But after listening to Arsenio, I was like, well, let's listen to the Revenge of the Sith. And 5-10 minutes into it, I'm like, no, I can't do this. Too much sound effects. Yeah. Just read the fucking book. But Arsenio's story is pretty cool, actually. It's a lot of fun. Just highlights that I can pull off the top of my head, in his green room, the concept for the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was conceived in his green room with Quincy Jones.
Oh, that's surprising. I didn't know that.
As a side story, the original, originally, you remember the movie House Party?
I do. I think you wanted me to learn the dance for that.
Yes. So it's got the rappers Kid and Play.
Yes.
Originally, it was offered to Fresh Prince and DJ Jazzy Jeff.
Oh, that'd have been not as good.
Exactly. Flip the script. Originally, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air probably wasn't going to be called Fresh Prince, but Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was originally offered to Kid and Play.
I'm glad they didn't get it.
Yeah.
I feel like that. Yeah, I'm glad they didn't get it.
So, just kind of interesting. He talked about a few other things, other shows, deals, partnerships that came about in his green room. I remember he was destined to have a talk show. As a kid, he said he always wanted to be Johnny Carson. And it's a theme that it was repeated through the whole book. It came up all the time. I always wanted to be Johnny Carson. And then through the book, he's, being like, now here I am. I've got everything I've wanted to be. And now I don't want to be like Johnny Carson. I want to be me.
Right.
So a lot of guests that he wanted said no because they were Johnny guys or Johnny people.
Was Johnny still doing the Tonight Show when?
So Arsenio ran till 95, I want to say 95 or 96.
Yeah.
It only ran for like 3 years.
Yeah.
I think 3 or 4 years. But yeah, Johnny was ending his show as Arsenio was like in his second or third year.
Okay.
And there was talk. He talked about how Leno and Letterman were the main two, but he was kind of hoping that he would get, his name thrown into the hat as well.
Yeah.
There was a time where he was at the Carson studio and actually sat behind the desk. And
that's cool. That's fun.
He said it was covered because they were doing some construction. He uncovered it, sat behind the desk, pulled a pencil out, drummed on the desk, did a couple, Johnny bits, and then covered it back up. But if you're
Leno,
yeah, big time. Lazy comedian. But yeah, if you're into a good story, I would recommend it.
I am into a good story.
You get the free audio book every month through some service. I don't remember which one it is, but
Audible.
Yeah. But I mean, you get the free book every month. So, if it's free, it's no hair off your sack. And who doesn't like Arsenio Hall? I mean, there's a handful of people that don't like him, but
there's people out there who don't like Arsenio Hall. I'm sure.
Yeah, but it was cool. He didn't really talk about the reboot very much. That happened in 2012, I think it was. I don't think it went very well. I only remember seeing maybe 4 episodes before the affiliate out here just stopped airing it.
Yeah.
Which is, it sucked. I was like, oh man, he's back.
Yeah, I mean, it lacked the same charm as the first.
Yeah, I joked how I submitted my name to be the announcer. I felt that I could belt out the Arsenio and hold it.
That'd be fun. You should.
Yeah.
You should just call him up and be like, "Hey, Arsenio, I read your book. I'd like to be your announcer." And the next time
I just want to be your personal announcer. So whenever you walk into a room, I just go, "It's Arsenio." That'd be great.
The dog pound every once in a while. It's like, oh, come on, I got it.
Yeah, it's just a group of people sitting in a bleachers on casters that I could just roll into place. There's your dog pound. Point at him, make a quip.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would recommend it. we're eating time here. Okay, so other stuff that's going on. Prices for stuff. It's expensive to live in the future. I thought it was going to be cheaper. WrestleMania is this weekend. 2-day event taking place in Las Vegas once again. Second year in a row. Diminishing returns, I think is what the term is, right?
Yes.
They are struggling with ticket sales because TKO, the parent company, has just priced the hell out of tickets. They've been making attempts to bring tickets down, but I think that at one point it's like $3,000, $4,000 for a ticket. I think it's more. They're trying to do fan things like ride in a tour bus with one of the wrestlers while you go to some singular Las Vegas location in a tour bus with a wrestler. Doesn't mean you're going to interact with them. Just means you're going to be in the bus with them.
Fun.
You know, all these things. And it's crazy how there's a small group of people online that are like, oh, bring Vince back, because at least Vince priced things for families to go to.
Yeah.
And part of me wants to argue that because fuck Vince, but like, damn it, the guy's got a point. Like,
yeah.
If you go back and it granted, different eras of wrestling, you're going to have different crowds. But you go back and you look at the golden era of wrestling, the mid 80s, the early to mid 80s. The crowds are families and grandmas.
Yeah.
You look at the crowds today, it's all just adults and a sprinkling of non-adults.
Right.
And the product is supposed to be for the kids. I mean, it's a product for everybody. But you want, I don't know. I think you'd want kids at your wrestling show.
Yeah. Yes. But like many kid things, it does get overrun by adults.
That's
so
true.
I'm not surprised. Like, Pokemon trading cards. It's a kid thing. But boy, do adults like to jump into that.
But the thing is that the adults that are buying them now were kids that didn't get what they wanted.
But that's my point. So that's what WrestleMania is. That's what wrestling is. Wrestling is now,
That's true.
hey,
That's true.
I was a kid. My dad had to be a wrestling fan too for me to go. He wasn't, or whatever, my uncle or whatever. So now I can afford it. And so I go, like, I don't know if we'll have time to talk about what I did
Oh,
this
we
past
will.
weekend, but similar situation.
I don't have shit to
I'll
do
explain
tomorrow,
more.
Francis.
Okay. Well, it's a similar situation. So I just wanted to mention that, like, it's a very similar thing where adults have taken over something that is really kind of meant towards younger people.
Yeah.
And that's where WrestleMania comes in. Yes, the bad guy is the one who made the affordable prices or whatever, which sucks. But I mean, you have another bad guy now who's making prices unaffordable. So.
And I haven't been keeping up very much on the build up to WrestleMania, but what I hear from the wrestling Twitter and whatnot is that they're trying to make a storyline of WWE versus TKO, trying to make TKO the bad guy in the whole thing. And I'm like, that's weird, but okay.
For instance, I looked it up just to see what the newest stuff is going on with WrestleMania 42. CM Punk apparently was manipulated for some reason over him being to be in the main event. All right. But the thing that money-wise that I wanted to point out is that YouTube TV subscribers who have ESPN Unlimited will not have access to WrestleMania. You're going to have to pay, I guess, directly to WrestleMania or whatever. I'm sure you have to pay like some other type of subscription.
Here's the thing
to watch it.
This is the best part. Is that Stephanie McMahon, the heir to the business overall, went on a podcast and said, get a VPN. It's cheaper.
Yes, fine, cool, but not the point. That's not the point.
Right.
The point is make your stuff affordable.
Yeah.
Don't make us jump through
Well,
hoops.
and what they're also doing, they're doing a 50-mile blackout in Vegas, or I don't know if it's 50 miles, but they're doing a blackout in Vegas. So no bar or hotel on the Strip is going to be able to have any kind of a watch party. So there's a wrestling news group out of England called What Culture. They do all kinds of stuff, but they have a wrestling faction. They actually have their own wrestling organization. But they're flying out from Newcastle, England to come out to Vegas to not only attend, but to, do podcasts. And they originally had planned to do watch-alongs at a bar. And all that got poo-pooed. So they've had to shift things, and now they're just doing free events. I mean, I think a lot of them are going to be free anyway, but they're doing free events to just, we're here, we might as well do as much as we can.
I mean, this is how you lose fans, is by this
Big
type
time.
of greed. Right?
Big time. AEW was here just recently, and we neither one of us could,
Good night, Ginger, by the way. Good night. I hope you're still here to say good night. Good night.
Neither the girlfriend and I was able to get off work in time, but the tickets were affordable. They were like $60 to $70 a piece. That's still pricey,
Yeah.
But as we stated earlier, everything in the future is pricey right now.
Yes.
But that's small pickles, that's small chips compared to the prices of the upcoming LA Olympics.
Yes.
As I was informed before the podcast started. So this is where I get to sit back and take a drink of my drink and Francis talks.
So I think there's one event in Oklahoma, so that's why they get tickets. But I applied to a lottery that allowed me to get tickets to the 2020 Olympics. One, because a fellow podcaster and a host of Super Geeked Up wants to go. Jeff Burns wants to go to
Friend of the show wants to go to the Olympics in 2028. It's in my area. I mean, why would I say no to that? It's like a once in a lifetime type of thing to do and to attend. And it's only for 2 weeks. So I got my lottery dates and time. They're like, hey, 48 hours between these 2 days to get tickets to the 24 events that we have, and you get to pick time slots because it's about 2 to 3 hours per slot, sometimes a little longer, whatever. And when I got it early, I'm like, okay, well, I know Jeff wants to buy tickets. I'll wait till he comes on to talk to me, and we'll get tickets together. So at 4:00, I'm like, okay, there's $100 tickets, for events, $100. But they're like in the nosebleed sections. They're like farthest away from you're going to see little ants jumping around and throwing stuff. Little ants do that. And they're really small sections too. They're really, it's like 50 or 60 people or whatever. It's like really small sections. So anyway, finally it's time. Like, okay, we're going to get tickets. This is great. For all popular events that isn't like softball or flag football, which again aren't even in like the state, they're around the country, all of these sports. Maybe you should try and find tickets for like the skateboarding events.
So skateboarding events and all of the extreme sports stuff sold out. None left. 0 tickets. And which means people bought the high price tickets, which were on average, depending on the event, between $2,500 to $5,000 for an event.
And the thing that blew my cap when you told me is that it was per event. It's not it's not like a convention pass or like a festival pass.
Nope. You're there for the 2 or 3 hours that is blocked for you in that segment of the stadium or of the Olympic Stadium that you get to watch the sport, or at the beach if you're watching. So actually, surfing was the cheapest because it's just standing at the beach.
Which they shouldn't be. They don't charge to do that anyway.
They do. $28 to stand on the beach.
On a fucking Tuesday, they don't.
On a Tuesday.
I'm just saying, like, if I go to the fucking Hermosa Beach tomorrow, is that right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I don't get charged. I get maybe charged for parking, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. But, surfing was like the cheapest one. But again, there's no seating. You're just standing by the ocean.
Right.
And if you're not in front of tall people, you get to see the people surf far into the distance. Because again, it's not like they're right in front of you. It's not like they have cameras on, like their screens where you can see them surfing. You just get to stand there and see someone
floating in the surf. Some asshole on a jet ski with a dude with a projector trying to aim it at the screen.
So dumb. That'd be funny though. I would love that. But so yeah, big events like beach volleyball, which is very big, gymnastics, even like pole vaulting and all that stuff. At again between $2,000 to $5,000, and people are pissed. People are mad because again, only the wealthy can now watch the Olympics. Apparently, according to Jeff, tickets at Paris for the big seats were like $30, $40 in Paris.
Well, I mean, did you say that LA is trying to not have the taxes pay for it or something like that?
Yeah. So they're trying to offset the cost of how much the city has to pay to house the Olympics for 2028. But in order to not like raise taxes and like which they'll do with like sales tax and stuff like and whatnot, that they'll raise taxes to make up for how much it costs to do stuff. They said, no, we're not going to put it on the people who live here. We're going to put it on the people who are buying tickets. And the worst part is, not only do you have to pay for the $5,000 ticket, you have to pay a 25% service fee to get the ticket.
I don't do math. Was that 200?
So 25% of $4,000 is $1,000. So you have to pay $1,000 on top of the $4,000.
I was trying to go on the 5,000, but again,
5,000 is gonna be like 1,200 or something.
Okay,
like that, but yeah, so like what?
That's insane. So what service fee? Like, are they? Does the ticket come with fucking unlimited food, beverage, and drink?
No, you still have to buy your food.
Right. So what? Fuck that.
Yeah.
Like, you get a better. I'd rather listen to Snoop Dogg give me commentary than sit there on the beach getting a sunburn.
I mean, he likes the Olympics though. That's his thing.
Sure.
Likes the Olympics.
Sure. I'm not dogging that, but who you want to go see 3 events? That's $15,000.
Essentially, yeah.
If you're gonna always go, aim high.
And you're maxed at 12. So you have 12 available tickets you can get for the 2 weeks, which doesn't even sound a lot anyway. But since they're 2 to 3 hours, it is a lot because that's like
one event
hours.
A day.
Yeah, essentially for the 2 weeks. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be able to do it, but still.
And then you said opening and closing are another.
So those are like
ticket.
$10,000 to $15,000 for opening was sold out. And I think the highest was like 10,000. Closing is more expensive because they do the big fireworks.
But it's all going to be influencers, so like they probably gave the tickets away and making everybody pay for them.
I'm an influencer. Give me money,
right?
I mean, no. I pretend to. I identify as an influencer. But anyway, yeah. So it's super expensive. People are pissed. They say there's thousands of $28 tickets, but they're all sold out. So like, I never saw any of the $28 tickets. Again, they're in the nosebleeds and a tiny section. I don't know how people were able to get those. So if you're thinking about going to the Olympics, you wealthy or be lucky.
I mean, the hockey playoffs are right around the corner for us. And I was like, well, of course, I was looking at this a few weeks ago when I was employed. Let's maybe look at getting some playoff tickets. We don't even know who we're playing yet, but doesn't really matter. Let's go see some playoff hockey. Look at the prices. Look at the same section that we sat in the last game. Nope. Like, why is it so much more expensive? I mean, I get it, but damn.
I don't know. I do and I don't get it. Because it's like, sure, it's more expensive to get these tickets. I mean, the Olympics is a big deal. It only happens once every 4 years. Yes. Actually, once every 8 if you only like summer and you don't like winter, right? Those only happen once every 8 years. And again, it's once a lifetime thing. why are you pricing out regular people out of the thing that, like, why are you pricing out the people who care versus like the wealthy who don't care?
Right. And
they're just going to go there for the clouds.
That's why it tied in so well with the wrestling thing. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, why are you pricing families out? Yes, there are going to be families that are going to be there. Yes, the green shirt guy is probably going to be there. But all these things, I don't understand. Like, you see a concert ticket, say it's $40. Like the actual artist gets like $17 of that, if they're lucky.
If they're lucky, that's the thing. If they're lucky, yeah.
So it's just like I don't understand.
I mean,
I do and I don't. Like I said, I understand. Everything in the future costs money.
It does, and there's promises of like things that are supposed to make it cheaper, but that's never going to happen. Like AI and whatnot, it's supposed to make things cheaper, but it's not. That's
blockades and shit like that. I had to throw it in there.
So, funny enough, that's not even really affecting us. It's affecting people over there.
Right,
It's not
right,
even affecting
right.
us. I mean, it is because we are who we are, but technically it shouldn't be. Anyway, besides the point. So, Olympics.
Yeah. I would love to see some Olympic events, especially some of the extreme sports stuff. Yeah. We have the X Games. The Winter X Games is here every winter. But as we stated earlier, it's winter. I'm not trudging up the side of a mountain just to go stand and watch, a couple hours of half pipe and walk down the side of a mountain. This doesn't sound like fun to me.
No, not really. Not really.
So going and watching some people do skateboarding outside with a beach backdrop, that'd be amazing. That'd be fun as hell. Not for $5,000. Not for a 3-hour block. I can't justify that kind of money.
No, I'm curious how the other countries did it. I don't know why LA is that much more expensive, because again, that's their reasoning. I don't know how Japan did it. I don't know how China did it. I don't know how Paris did it, or Italy this past Winter Games. Like, I don't know how they did it. Right? 'Cause they didn't. I'm sure they didn't spend. Nobody was spending 5,000. That would have made the news if you were like,
sure,
well, it takes about 5,000 euros to spend for tickets. Blah blah blah. Like, I would have heard about that. But,
right. And there are some pretty regular looking people at the Winter Olympics.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I get you. I get what you mean. Yeah. I mean, yeah. But anyway, I don't know.
I just don't want to turn on the LA Olympics and fucking see anybody from the Paul family or the Kardashians or fucking TikTok people. I don't want to see it. Don't pan to any of those motherfuckers in the crowd.
Sadly, you will see them, and sadly, they will be there, loud and proud. Not there really paying attention, just there to be like,
right.
Hey, I'm here.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's that. You went to a convention? You're going?
So yes,
you went or you're going?
I went. I just went this past weekend.
Tell us about it.
Okay. I wanted to bring this up because it's something I did, and we talk about conventions here. So I'll be as brief as I can. It's called Night in the Tavern. It's a local convention run by it's a gacha gaming convention. I just learned, which is the type of gaming I like to play. Which is not popular, but it's popular enough to bring a lot of people to this mall. Anyway, it was at a mall.
Isn't there like controversy with gacha games?
Well, yes, because it's gambling, but that's not the point.
Okay.
Yeah, the biggest controversy with gacha is that, especially back in 2000, when the most popular 2020, when the pandemic happened, a game came out that essentially copied the latest Legend of Zelda game. It was called Genshin Impact. And it was a $2 billion grossing game of that year because, again, we weren't able to leave the house. So we stayed home and spent money. Now, the thing is, you get characters. So a gacha game is essentially your the gacha machines where you have like the little bubbles with the toys in them, and you don't know which one you're going to get, so you just keep putting quarters in until you get the one you want.
I mean, sure.
That's what, or whatever. I mean, in Japan, that's what they do. But like in that, let's think of that as a game. So if you want a character that you like to play as, you have to spend the money, or you have to get lucky. So you're gambling essentially to get these characters. But the fandom for these games are big enough that a convention happened that is free to the public.
There's something you don't see every day.
No, yeah, exactly. It is free to the public. I even go. The only thing you have to do is pay for signatures, photos with voice actors, stuff like that. So that's what you have to pay for. Or you can spend money, which I did. I spent money to go to this thing because I want it to continue. I feel like if I contribute money, this thing will keep going. And this is a thing that I want to see keep going. It's a very cheaply made, but very fun little convention. It's at a local mall that's not run down. That's not a dead mall. It's a very active mall, as a matter of fact.
Okay. Which mall?
It's called the Montclair Plaza.
I've heard of it.
Yes, it's one of the few malls that still exist in California that's still doing a thing. But they just essentially converted the local Nordstrom's, which was just an empty building or empty space, and they turned it to vending, and on the top floor, voice actor meet and greets.
Perfect.
And for the price I paid, I get in an hour early, which was stupid because it took an hour for me to get through the line. So I got like 10 minutes in front of everyone or something like that, like 15 minutes. Anyway, beside the point. I got my first, I didn't bring it with me. I wish I did. I got my first signed art and signed stuff from two voice actors whom I very much love, who are great. And I was freaking social this time around.
That's great.
Kind of the biggest reason why I bring it up, because I spoke with someone in line, and it's so small and it's only in two spots that you run into people. So the two little Asian girls that were in front of us, I kept bumping into them and asking them what they got and stuff. And it was really cute to see like them getting excited over the things that they bought and all the stuff that they got. And then a couple of dudes who are just like hanging around, cosplaying, doing stuff. It was really fun to just kind of run into them and be like, hey man, what's going on? How'd it go? And whatever. But because we got to go into voice actors and the vendors area early, I was able to talk to the two voice actors. I actually wanted to meet more, but I didn't want to spend all this money to get stuff signed and get pictures taken, right? Like
to use as the conduit to ask your 2 or 3 questions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But because there was no one in line, I mostly talked to the husband and the boyfriend of the two voice actors I was talking to. So the husband of one, who I'm like, I want to be his friend because he's so funny. And like, he's such a fun guy. But I got to talk to the voice actress, and she signed my stuff, and we had a little conversation that was very nice. Same thing with another voice actress. I bonded with her boyfriend instead of talking to her.
Hey man.
So yeah.
An in is an in.
Yeah. She was really sweet too. Really fun to talk to. Really nice. And then I was able to have like a conversation with a vendor and have like a long conversation and like bond with one of the vendors there before it got crowded, and then I didn't have the time. But yeah, it was social. It was small enough to where you got to again. I bumped into these people over and over again. I got like weirdly rejected by a woman who thought I was hitting on her. I just wanted her chair because she thought I wanted to sit with her, I think, because I'm like, and I think it's with my wording. It was lunchtime. I want to eat. I want to sit down. And I said, is this chair free? And she's like, no, my boyfriend's coming. It's like, that's not what I meant.
You witnessed a similar situation with me when we were in Philly.
Uh-huh.
And I asked somebody a question, and she was like, her answer was whatever, and something about my boyfriend. And I just wanted to be like, I wasn't I'm not interested in you, lady. Just asking you a fucking question.
Exactly. And it's really funny because I'm like, didn't you just see me ask the person over there for a chair? Like, because she was the second person I asked. And I asked but anyway, it was really funny. But yeah, it was very, what I liked about it is small. It was personable. And it was, because it's free, it was crowded with cosplayers and like you think WonderCon was cosplay? Practically everyone was in cosplay. I still need to figure out the phenomenon, and I know I'll get. I won't get emails because no one ever emails me about this. But I don't understand why the male cosplayers did not. The vast majority of male cosplayers did not cosplay as men, as other male characters. Like, the vast majority were in dresses, and the vast majority of them were in, like, skirts. And I'm like, there's male characters in your game. Why do you not want to dress up as the male character? And I'm curious. I'm curious if it's just because, hey, I look pretty, which is fine, I guess. But I'm very curious about the phenomenon. No judgment. I just want to know why, because I don't understand, right? Because there were no women. There were, like, maybe, of the women cosplayers, a tenth, maybe even less, were cosplaying as men.
Crossplay.
Crossplay, yeah. So the crossplay is huge on the male side for some reason, but on the female side, very little crossplay. A lot of women wanted to show off their bust and their butts and stuff. Like, they wanted to do that, but I guess the guys did too. Equal
opportunity, sir.
I guess so. Again, this is no judgment.
I know.
Doesn't make sense.
I have a buddy of mine that ever since back in the day when you could choose to play as male or female, he's always played as a female.
That's different, though.
Even online, though.
Yeah, that's different. I want to look at a woman's butt while I'm playing a game. I don't want to look at a guy's butt when I'm playing a game. That's all it is for me.
Fair.
But I'm not going to cosplay as a female character if I have a chance. I will cosplay as a male character.
Sure. Yeah.
Again, again, good for them. I don't get it.
I mean, yeah. I don't think I could do it.
Yeah. I don't have the physique for it.
Well, there's that. I think I'm just too straight.
Same, exactly. That's not the thing.
Like there was that time, with the, a G-string and whatnot. But that was, a long time ago.
Hey, I was talking to you about my 1999 my one experience at a sex convention, and it came with a red male thong. So,
wow, I would have sported it.
I did, and it was the worst thing possible because I still had the same body back then. I just happened to have a girlfriend who had like a model's body, and she's like, I didn't understand why she was with me because I'm like this fat dude with this skinny chick. It was always weirded me out.
The opposites attract. Paula Abdul, she taught us that.
That's true. Actually, all of my girlfriends has been smaller than me. It weirded me out. I always felt like I'd be with someone my size. They're all tiny.
I mean, you almost dated that little person for a little while.
I'm so upset. There were some little people there that I was like, tempted to just be like, hey,
just go over and spit some raps.
Yeah, I was like, oh man,
just find the cutest one and just walk over and be like, yo, what's up?
Yeah, she was just there. She was like, there was one specifically like at a vendor's booth, and I was just like, I should say something. Just like, I really want to say something.
Yeah, that's funny.
But yeah,
I know what when we go to the Exotica thing, I know exactly where the first booth we're taking you.
Now I want to. I don't just want. Spin them around.
Taking you straight to the little people section.
It's fascinating.
You pick two of them up, take a picture.
Oh, that'd be really. Oh no, I
mean, now I'm just being an asshole, but But anyway, that's gonna do it for this week. At least for this session. We'll see how I feel for the rest of the week, and maybe you'll see me play some games. We'll see. No promises.
Just a thought. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah, no, it's in. I have no good argument. That's why I didn't try to put one up. Other than I have to try and find a job first before I play. And
this is in between. You know, you're not looking for a job 24/7.
No. But I got to block out a few hours in the morning. Otherwise, I get too distracted. But that's the podcast for now. We'll be back to do it again. Francis, where can people find you on the internets if they wanted to do so?
Hey, look, linktree.com is the place you should go, at aka the guy, if you want to see all of my award-winning anthologies and characters. It's there. It's a good read. People seem to like our stories. Some people even like mine. So go ahead and check it out at linktree.com.
They like it enough to give you no fucking award.
Yay. I didn't get an award personally, but I got recognition, which is nice.
Hey, recognition is an award. It just isn't official.
Yeah, I'm with you.
You can find me at Linktree as well. I have it in front of me because I can't ever remember it. Linktree/the303ninja. Just find everything for POI and myself. Gonna be at Fan Expo Denver next month. As press, as a moderator, hopefully to not get made fun of by. Hey, someone just joined. Thanks for joining. Who was this? Hank the Hank.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, Hank the Hank.
Hank the Hank.
We'll be back next week for more shenanigans and fun. Or maybe later this week. I don't know. We'll see. You got anything else to say, Francis?
No, I'm ready to go to bed.
Oh,
ready to sleep, man.
All right. Well, that's it for everybody. Bye.